Boom! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's another episode of Coffee Talk with Friends with your boy, Sir Wilkins. And I got two people here with me. First, the legendary, the lady with the dirty mouth, but in a good way. Pause. So filthy, so nasty, but so right many times. We got
And so
Jizzy,
sturdy.
formerly known Jizzy from the Dead Ass Girls. What up, Jizzy? What up? What up? What up?
Hey, Sir Wilkins, as always, great time when we link up. I'm here. Let's do it.
So, on a first time ever on Coffee Talk with Friends, I've been trying to get this brother on for a minute, but schedules don't be matching up. Mostly my fault. My bad, bro. My bad. My bad. But we finally got him on this, and it's up his alley. It's comic book talk. We are talking about Emilio from Blurred Central. What up, good brother, and welcome to
What
Coffee Talk
is
with
good? What
Friends.
is good, my friends? Yo, just like you said, it's been a long time coming, but portals have opened, multiverses have shattered. You know what I'm saying? And we are here. You know what I'm saying? Just like my nigga Andrew, I jumped through that portal, and we about to talk everything Spider-Man. What may be the best MCU movie yet? Maybe we gonna get into it.
Oh, okay.
No, I agree with him on that one. I personally feel this was the best MCU movie ever. I thought it was better than Endgame, but we will get into that later on. First things first, let's put it on the table. We're gonna do Dave Meltzer style, dirt sheet style. From a 1 to 5, what do you give this movie?
Five,
Oh,
6 stars, 6.5
Oh.
stars. I'm this is hitting Omega break the scales. Just give it all. This is Omega in the Tokyo Dome. I'm giving it 6.5, 7.5 stars. So good, you know what I'm saying? I can't. They did everything
um,
right.
I'm gonna give it a 4 out of.
What?
I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 stars. And once I explain why, then y'all too will be on my side soon. Right now, y'all the Jedi. I'm trying to recruit you to the Sith. Once I show
Okay,
you why, then you'll understand my rating.
Okay,
okay.
okay. All right. Honestly, I give it a straight 5 out of 5. I thought the movie flowed extremely well. It was from the beginning to the end. It was a great roller coaster ride for me of
Mm-hmm.
emotion. So,
Emotion.
because I like to start off with the truth and the hurtful stuff first, what didn't you like about the movie? There's always like one thing you can be like, I ain't like this. I'm not feeling this. Even if it was a Tokyo Dome Okada type
I
of
got
match.
even there. Okay, like I said, I'm putting a lot of praise on it. You know what I'm saying? But that a lot of it might be a little bit of nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? I saw my man's Toby and I saw my man's Andrew, but on the screen at the same time. It's a lot of nostalgia. But
Mm-hmm.
there were some pacing issues. After this, actually, someone told me this is the longest Spider-Man movie out of the 7 movies that we've gotten, the longest one
Yep.
out of all of them. It did not feel like that. It breezed by. It breezed by.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say we had there, and it's almost like a nitpick, but I gotta say it. There was a lot of moving on. Little moments that I wish they would have stayed on, moments that they stayed on too long. You know what I mean? I wish we would have got a few more moments between Andrew and Toby and Tom. I
Mm-hmm.
wish we would have got a little bit more interaction between the group. I'm talking about MJ and Ned with the other Spider-Man, even the other villains. What we did get was amazing, but it almost felt like rapid fire. I almost got whiplash. You know what I'm saying? It was like a dragon suplex into the V trigger it was straight sequence into sequence into sequence, which I loved. But looking back on it, because I saw it 2 times, that
I love
second
it.
time I'm just like, oh, it was like, this is so much trying to keep up with all of it. So the pacing, I
Mm-hmm.
wish they would have I wish they would have gave it, even though it was longer. I wish they would have gave it that extra 30 minutes to get everything to breathe. But I would say that was my main nitpick.
Jizzy, and you? She about to go in, guys.
Here we go.
She's
Here
about
we
to
go.
go in. Everybody that's watching and listening, she's about to go in.
All right, I'm about to go there. Okay, and I I do think that out of the three Tom Holland Spider-Mans, this was the strongest one because this is the one Spider-Man movie where he was a standalone character. And by what I mean by that is that he was in the shadows of Tony Stark and the Avengers in the first two movies. So for once we finally got to see him shine as Spider-Man. That being said, there were a lot of things like you said, pacing wise, like the beginning half of the movie felt very disjointed from the ending half of the movie. Like it almost felt like we were watching a part one and a part two, and they try to blend it together, and just pacing wise and editing wise, it did miss a lot of marks. I'm also gonna say that it's a little early in the show for this hot take.
Go ahead. There ain't no rules here.
But I did not care about Aunt May's death. Here's why.
Okay, we're gonna get right to it. Okay.
All right. We, historically speaking, in the comic books and in the movie universe, Aunt May is the most pivotal and most important person to Spider-Man besides MJ. And Aunt May plays that maternal, like that guidance figure to him, the one that gives him advice, the one that drives his moral compass. Marissa Tomei as Aunt May, listen, Marissa Tomei has aged beautifully and she's a fucking hot ass sexy woman.
Yeah.
But they did not do her justice as Aunt May. Yeah, mommy milkers through everywhere. They did not do her justice as Aunt May because when they first introduced her as Aunt May, they made her literally a sexual object. They sexualized her. All the jokes around her were about her body and her being hot. They involved her in that stupid ass storyline with Happy, fucking that stupid ass moment with Tony Stark trying to get at her. So we didn't really see her shine as the mother figure to Peter Parker. We did not see her shine as the person who drives his moral compass. They decided to do it in this movie, yet they also decided to kill her off. So her death wasn't as meaningful because we only got glimpses of her character. And even then, they were just cliched lines. Like, she didn't know why he had to do what he had to do. She kept saying, oh, you got to do the right thing. But when you think back to the Aunt Mays from the Tobey Maguire and the Andrew Garfield one, she actually had this sincere, genuine care for Peter. Mm-hmm. She really loved her nephew, and she did everything she could to drive him towards doing the right thing for the greater good. Although I love Tom Holland Spider-Man because, for one, we finally got someone who is actually young, casted to play an actual convincing high school student. This Spider-Man did not believe in the greater good. This was a selfish Spider-Man.
You think so? You think so?
Tom Holland Spider-Man only cared about himself, even though he wanted to fix things. In the end, he did not learn his lesson. He still does not understand the full gravity of what happened. Even after his aunt died, he still made a point to say that it wasn't his fault.
That's where I gotta disagree with you, though. I got you.
Talk to him.
Go ahead.
No, and trust me, I get it. I know a lot of heads listening. Sir Wilkins, this might be the one video that you post that everybody's gonna come from my head, and I don't give a fuck. All right, I don't give a fuck. Y'all could come through. I don't care.
No, but I agree.
When you rewatch it without the bias of, oh my God, Spider-Man, watch it just as a movie without thinking about all the knowledge that you have from the comics, from the movie universe, from, all the stuff. Just watch it without that bias and then come back and you will see what I mean. That doesn't make it a bad movie. Absolutely not. This was a phenomenal movie. I enjoyed it. But the plot holes, like, let me ask y'all, why do you think he had to fix the villains?
Because that's what Peter Parker does. Like you saying,
Is it what Peter
like
Parker does?
like you say, he's trying to be responsible. He could not send them to know. He thought that sending them back to a reality where he knows they're gonna die is basically like killing them himself. That's and just to go back to your point where you think that he didn't learn his lesson, I think that was what the whole end of the movie was about. He had to give up everything. This whole movie was about sacrifice for Spider-Man. Because you think about it, he gave up his girl. He gave up his chance to go to MIT. He gave up.
But he did that himself. Men
That's
always
the
create
point.
their own problems, and then they
But
be like, "Yo,
What
yo,
is
what
wrong
the
with
fuck, son? Yo, why this shit happening to me, B? Yo, I only cheated on you like 67 times. Yo, why you leaving me now?"
no, but that's the point. That's the being accountable. And that's like you said, learning the lesson. If he didn't make a mistake in the first, there will be no lesson for him to learn. So
So
he would have to do that.
randomly, this is just random, but I don't think this was the real Spider-Man movie.
Really?
I think this is the setup for the actual real movies that they're going to be about Spider-Man.
Right.
That's what I got from it, because I felt like it. I don't know how to explain it, but the way the movie ended, and they started like, he has his own little apartment. He's by himself. Like, he's going to start working
Right.
for JJ, and he has his new suit ish. Like, he kind of made himself. You know what I mean? I felt that's the start of Spider-Man. Like, that's the beginning of the real Spider-Man. Like, what this was like his training camp to become a superhero.
That's how
That's what
I
I
felt.
got from the three movies ish. Because like you said, Jizzy, it was the first two. He was working with the Avengers and Iron Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one, he had all the both Spider-Man from the multiverse coming in. He had Doctor Strange. He had a bunch of other things, and it wasn't Spider-Man that we know from we just know like he just out here doing his web slinging things, being a neighborhood superhero. He was a world superhero, but now the world doesn't know who he is anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's just going back to the neighborhoods. I think that's the setup, because don't they have like 3 more coming or something? Like Sony
They
was
have
like,
at least
Sony was like, yo,
3
let's
more.
make some more movies now and make some more money off this motherfucker. He's still young.
That's
Yeah.
that is rumored, but Tom Holland did recently say that he wanted to take a break because ever since he broke into he hasn't been acting for long. He's only been active for like less than 5 years. Like, he's young. He started Marvel jumped in and he's been working. So obviously I understand why he wants to take a break. So there might be I think I understand what you mean, but we have to also recognize what I think a lot of Spider-Man fans forget is that Peter Parker or Spider-Man's best years were when he was in high school. His best years, his best foes, his best storylines were when he was in high school. When he becomes like a 20-something, 30-ish-year-old, that motherfucker is in the trenches like us. That motherfucker got roaches in his cereal. He living in a fucking overpriced studio. He can't even qualify for food stamps. Like, the man is struggling.
But that's the point. We want to see that.
Exactly.
I think that's because like we understand high school things, like, oh man, that's cute, but like a part of us want to be like, this is rough for him too. Like,
no, I definitely agree. Like, I relate to him. Like, when he, that Peter Parker, like that Tobey Maguire Peter Parker, when he was in the trenches, I related to that. But in the grand scheme of things, and what I mean by that is the typical fan base that goes to see this, they're like, oh, well, that's not my Spider-Man. My Spider-Man's still. I'm like, yo, sure. But if you were truly the comic connoisseur, you would understand that all of the years, his active years, were when he was mad young. I'm not saying that his adult years weren't bad. They were good. They're entertaining, but they got fucking depressing. So guess what? These studios, they're like, yo, we gotta milk this shit. We gotta run this shit back to high school, guys. Because once he hits 27, nobody fucks with Spider-Man. They were like, yo, bro, like, don't you got a job? Like, why are you still slinging in the suit that don't even fucking fit you? You know what I mean? Like, In that aspect.
Yo,
And
isn't it crazy that they don't get paid though? They don't make no money.
they'll make no type of bread. See, and
Nope.
especially in the comics, like this thing just be doing a
But this
regular
shit boggles
job.
my mind though. Like I ain't gonna hold you guys. If I'm saving the world and I ain't getting paid nothing, I'm catching a lick. I'm catching I'm catching a lick. Like
I
I'm
mean, you
lost.
could
Yeah,
become a mercenary if that's what you want. If you want to get
that's what I'm
paid, but
saying.
yo, like, imagine you stop somebody, like, you stop this guy mugging an old lady, and they be like, "Yo, I know you got 20 in that purse, right? Yo, give me that shit," and then
Yeah,
you mug her.
because I
You
don't
know
mean
what
to
I'm
go off
saying? That's what.
subject. Have y'all seen Hawkeye yet?
Yeah,
Hmm.
There's a part in the thing where he's like, it just like he's just in this bum ass apartment. And I was like, yo, my nigga, like you're a superhero.
like what are
Like,
you doing?
and then also in Falcon and
I'm a Winter
Winter
Soldier,
Soldier.
yeah, Winter Soldier, the same thing. This motherfucker's just broken
Hmm.
bankrupt. Like, how is
right?
how is how are you not having any bread? You saved the world.
That's what
But
they
you
be
know what it
saying.
is? Is
They be saying
because
it too. It's like, what did you do? Like, why? Where Tony Stark? He got killed. His bank account went with it. Damn,
hmm
ain't leave no Avenger, no nothing. Stingy.
Nah, bro, I'm catching a lick. I'm catching a body or something, and somebody's paying me off, B. Like I'm getting commercial deals. I'm getting some Snapple deals. I'm getting a Nike ad. Like I'm, I'm doing
That's what,
something.
that's
But
what I'm saying.
but let's continue on. All right, you mentioned Aunt May. You
hmm
didn't feel anything when she passed away, bro?
it's not that I didn't feel anything. Like, obviously, yes, a character dying in the movie, especially in a very important character, it does hurt. But her death did not hit as deeply as it should have,
Okay.
because they did not make her character strong at all, and not strong in like strength wise, strong as in her development
Development.
and her interaction with Peter Parker. Like, think about all the scenes we had with Aunt May in all three movies.
You got you.
The
We had a handful of them though, where they developed a good rapport, especially in that first one, Homecoming. It was the way
Homecoming.
she was. Yeah, the especially the way she was dealing with him and Ned, dropping them off at the parties, getting them ready for the parties. You know what I'm saying? Because they nerds, they don't know how to dress. They from Queens, they ain't got no swag.
Wait. Queens niggas get this money,
They
bro.
got,
Queens niggas
hey,
get this money.
I gotta do. You know I did. You know I did. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Queens niggas get this money. But
they
go
in the
ahead. I don't mean to interrupt.
suburbs. They in
I
the
mean,
suburbs.
they were kind of dripless. They were kind of dripless, but
That's what I'm saying. And
it
Aunt May helped them, so that was good. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have as many moments in the last movie, but I thought that at the beginning that was a pretty good one when she threw the banana at him. So you didn't get the Peter Tingle? The Peter Tingle ain't do nothing for you. I thought that was good. You know what I'm saying? That packed his suit, even though he told him not to pack her his suit. And then the custom agents open it up, and then you got the Spider-Man suit right there, and they're just like, "Oh, you a loser, you cosplay." You know what I'm saying? So I thought they had some good moments, but I also see a point where they could have done more with Aunt May, and I'm sad to see that they're not going to have her in any more movies. It doesn't feel right
You think they will
not
reverse it
having
or
that.
something? Maybe they will do like Doctor Strange may do something and pull her or like bring her back to life, like
I
or,
think it'll.
or she's
I
dead.
think. I think she dead. They're gonna have to, because then it'll make it worse if they bring it back. Because then it'll really be
Mhm.
cheap. You know
Oh,
what I mean? Because they essentially turned her into Uncle Ben. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As soon as because I thought she was gonna live. Because Marvel don't ever really be going there like that.
Mhm.
Because I thought when she got back up, I was like, okay, they're not gonna commit. It's Aunt May, she's not gonna die and stuff like that. Then she collapsed. I started to get a little bit worried, but I'm like, okay, it's Marvel. You know what I'm saying? We good. This don't happen
Mhm.
here.
it's still
And
Disney. Yeah, I get you.
and then she hit us with the great power, great responsibility. I was like, yo, they went
Yep.
there. They went there. I was like, no, no. I started tearing up and everything. But like I said, they could have done more with Aunt May. But I think this one, this whole 3 movie trilogy, I thought they did very well because I didn't understand it until seeing this end part, like Wilkins was saying, until we get to the end. All 3 movies was an origin story. That's what I didn't get. When you look back at the original Stan Lee comics, like the ones way back from the 60s, it kind of that was the tone. The first 2 movies was playful. He's in high school, you know what I'm saying, flirt here, he got his powers, you know what I'm saying. He like any kid with powers, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna fuck up the bullies that was bullying me and all that shit until okay, college comes. You know, the nigga broke now. You know what I'm saying? Is dead, and they did it perfectly because you know it's the MCU. You gotta have people really understand the shit. Okay, how is he gonna be broke if he know Tony Stark at all? How is he gonna be broke? How is all these people gonna not know him? You know, because that's another thing in the comics. You know, don't nobody know who Spider-Man is. Not even a lot of the heroes know who Spider-Man is.
That
You
is
know,
true. Niggas really don't know who nigga low key a loser in the MC.
that's because he keep that shit locked down. People be trying to hack that nigga. He be like, nope, nah, too smart for that.
Nah, it's crazy. So what did you guys? So we'll go through a couple of the characters. Ned and
yeah,
Mary Jane. Your thoughts on them?
I love them. I thought they were a great backup for him. You know, you didn't have Harry Osborn, which was that you didn't even in the comics he didn't even meet really Harry Osborn, become friends with him in the college until he got to college. So that actually worked. You know, but and MJ, I think Zendaya is probably the best representation of MJ that we've gotten in the movies, just because the old MJ, she was meant to be counterculture for what was then in the 60s. So, you know, she was the party girl, she was the, you know, protesting, raging against the system, all that. That is modernized for today, you know. So how do you take that concept and modernize? You did exactly what Zendaya did in these last 3 movies. You know, she's the sarcastic girl. She don't have any friends, but she's super smart. You know, like is into true crime and stuff. That's the Mary Jane of today. She killed it. She didn't get enough emotional range in the first 2. They fixed that in this one. She became his girlfriend, and you got to see all different sides of Zendaya because she can act. Zendaya can act, and she was acting her ass off in this movie, and she was the emotional rock for not just Tom but even Andrew, which we're gonna talk about that moment, you know, later. So that was really good.
Andrew
You
was
know what I'm
creeping,
saying?
bro. Andrew was creeping, bro.
Andrew, man, I'm saying that man's an actor. That man's a thespian. You know what I'm saying? That man's a thespian. We gotta put some respect on his name, yo, because he was carrying scenes. But you know what I'm saying? But Ned's and Zendaya, I thought they were really good, and even whether you like them or not, I think that's the smart part about the ending is because now he's gone, like he's out of their lives. So whether if you didn't like him, they're not gonna be in there anymore. If you did like him, there's going to be a whole story where, you know, Spider-Man in the comics, he's a player. He knows a bunch of girls. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just going to be a story of him getting MJ back. But when? And, you know, that's the story.
You think Ned is splashing though?
Ned wishes. Ned wishes. He's trying he got Betty Brant on the side, you know what I'm saying? So he got that, so you know, he's playing the long game. I know the long game, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you got the joint on the back burner. But you know what I'm saying? That's a whole different podcast.
Yo, Jizzy, your thoughts on MJ and Ned in this one?
Yeah, they were fine characters. I had no problem with them. I thought they were funny, and you know, they're like the band of misfits, so to speak. You know, this like super nerdy high school group. So I had no problem with them. I mean, I will admit there were a couple times where I thought that I thought that Ned's scenes were unnecessarily long and way too comical. But overall, yeah, they were cool. I had no problem with them.
I ain't like Ned. I ain't gonna hold you.
He
Never liked that nigga. I never
said,
liked that
"Get
nigga
that
since
nigga."
I
since
was
the
trying to
first
be
one.
nice about it. I was trying to be, cognizant of others' opinions, but I don't know. Like there were times where he just tried too hard to be like. There's a certain way when we think of sidekicks, right? Like sidekicks are supposed to be your support system, and I felt like sometimes he tried to steal the light. Like he tried to be in the spotlight, and nothing wrong with having a sidekick that like kind of keeps up in tempo with you, but I feel like we had more of Ned than we did of MJ.
That's what I'm
Because
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Ned is an attention whore, b.
It
He's,
just,
he's an
it
attention whore. That's why
killing them.
I think the actor who played him did a good job, right?
Right.
But the actual character for me was just mad annoying for me. And
Yeah.
maybe the actor did a good job of making him annoying, but I was just like, I don't like this nigga.
Mhm.
It was funny. There was parts that he did that were funny, but the entire time I was like, we need to get Ned pussy before this shit is over.
That's what I'm saying. I thought that's what we was gonna do the last movie, and we just didn't. And I was just like, oh, so he's just gonna continue doing this. The best part about Ned was his grandmama. Not gonna hold you. She was fucking hilarious.
Is Ned Filipino? Was he Filipino in the movie or something else?
He had to be Spanish because they were speaking Spanish.
So
No,
maybe
they're Filipino.
They
yeah.
Filipino.
Okay.
They was
Yeah, because they had
yeah.
the little Filipino flag. It was
Oh,
like in the
okay.
scene in the kitchen. There was like a little mini flag in there.
Look at you with the Easter eggs, copping politics.
Look at you.
Look at you being good at the
Get,
Easter egg. They just said I saw the Filipino flag on the left hand corner, right up on top of there.
giving analysis.
Look at you with the Easter eggs. Okay, because I thought because he looked Filipino. I used to date a Filipino chick, and I'm friends with a bunch of Filipinos. I was like, maybe he is, but I wasn't sure 100%. I didn't see no rice and spam on the thing. So,
Can I say one thing though?
huh?
One thing that kind of took me out from enjoying the movie in full was the fan base and how they've been acting towards the movie. And I mean,
Explain.
like before the movie even dropped. Like I don't know if you guys have been on social media, but like we had
Heavy
constant
spoilers.
leaks. Motherfuckers had like leaks on leaks on leaks. That shit was looking like the Titanic on social media. Motherfuckers were attacking actors and actresses for not giving up information. Fucking people, like the fandom made the viewing experience almost intolerable, even to the point where when I went to the theater and when Andrew Garfield appeared on the screen and then Tobey Maguire appeared on the screen and they started clapping, not gonna lie, I wanted to get the fuck up and leave because I was like, yo,
Come on.
I knew it was a bunch of nerds in here because as soon as I walked into the theater, it smelled like booty cheeks. I know a lot of y'all ain't fucking shower. It smelled like dick, gooch, and balls in there. I settled into my
Oh,
shit.
nah.
And I hear people like talking like, oh, well, actually, issue number 67 of the silver, and I'm like, oh nah, it's about to be that kind of environment. And seeing how people online are just like the way that they bought out theaters and they bought out tickets, and then people dropping spoilers the day it dropped. Like I had to stay away from social media, and I know that that's not the movie's fault. Although I do think that the movie studio played a little bit into it because I'm pretty sure that they do hire people to drum up that buzz online, drum up that fucking, they be like, yo, create an anonymous account, drop a little something, drop something. Because there were some scenes that they showed in a trailer or some scenes that they dropped online that shit didn't make the cut in the movie.
They do that a lot though.
They did. They hit us with some crazy misdirection, like because there was some scenes where they edited, like there were scenes that made the movie, but then they edited Tom and or not Tom, but Toby and Andrew out of it, make it seem like it was just him. So they try to keep us off the trail, but I know what you know. There was too many leaks online.
Yeah, it was just like it was just not a welcoming environment. And I think as we obviously with the explosion of nerd culture into regular pop culture, it's starting to like nerd culture was sort of like a
Secret society.
it was like a sub yeah, it was like a society, it was like a subculture, right? Like people were like, yo, you watch that shit? You fucking nerd, son. Like they'll do that. Then cool people started looking at it. Then hot people started looking at it. And then it became from the subculture to exploitation so quickly because capitalism got its fucking hands into the shit. And they were like, yo, we're gonna crank out as many fucking movies and TV shows out the fucking ass. Y'all gonna keep paying for it. Y'all gonna keep tweeting about it. Y'all gonna keep doing podcasts about it and YouTube videos and Twitch videos, all this shit, just like we're doing right now. Giving them free fucking marketing, giving them free content. These motherfuckers using that shit like, we got the nerd wallet now, baby. Them motherfuckers are never leaving us. And guess what? They're gonna hit us with bullshit content. And because we're so starved for this culture to be accepted, we will happily take the bullshit content. Because I will say, editing wise, this was not their strongest edited movie. Because I don't know if y'all knew, but because of COVID protocol, there were a lot of scenes that people had to film in a room by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like the scenes from Sandman. You know why Sandman was insane the whole time?
They hit a. I heard it was it cost more money. Yeah, it was more money to de-age him than it was to actually like show him just insane. So even when he was in the last one, that's footage from Spider-Man 3.
That's footage from Spider-Man 3. So they reused footage, and the thing is that because they couldn't have him there, he read his lines like at home from like a voice booth, send in his lines. They had a body double, and obviously that's why they kept him insane the whole time. Because if you guys have ever seen Thomas Hayden Church, that man, that's a tall ass fucking man in real life. I think he's like 6'3", 6'4". That Sandman was short as shit.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. It's that de-aging technology. Because, they wasn't paying for it.
You know, so and then also with Lizardman, like a lot of that footage was recycled. A lot of that shit, they were like by themselves on a sound stage. And editing, I get it, you want to keep the industry going, you know, during pandemic, but it's like now it gets to a point where, okay, how much do we really need this content? Like, do we really fucking need it where y'all gonna start cutting corners just because you're gonna make your money back? Spider-Man will make its fucking money back and then some.
But I think it's because they're on this, like you said, nerd culture never got cool. It's just that nerds are in charge of things.
Then start making money.
And the nerds are the one who's making the money.
Kinda.
I think it's more we have jobs now and we have money to spend a lot more. And then also when you have the power and you have the money, you can make something cool. Mm-hmm. That's why you have Meg Thee Stallion talking about she loves anime, which is nothing wrong with that, but she's talking about it a whole lot more. You have, and it's like, hey, they're gonna spend $250 million on opening weekends to watch our movie, so we're gonna make more and more of this shit. And also, comic book shit is unlimited amount of content, because right now we're in contact whore times. Like, it's all about content. So I have the Marvel universe. I'm gonna you guys can give me this license. I can make a shit ton of movie, and I have adults who are nerds now with great jobs or with just money to spend, because none of us want to have kids anymore because it's expensive as hell to have fucking kids. So we have a little bit extra money to spend $15 fucking on a ticket to go to the movies. So we can do it, I think. But I will say, capitalism plays a huge factor. I'm not going to take that away from you, Jizzy. It plays a huge factor in this, and it is a little bit of whoreism. They are whoring out nerd culture, but we are tricks, and we're paying for these whores.
and that's the thing, you know. But see, I genuinely believe, because we got some genuinely bad shit out. And not even just like this year, but like for years going back.
I want you to. Which Marvel movies were the worst ones?
Probably that second Thor.
We can go to the beginning. Give me 5 Marvel movies to you guys you thought were like, what the fuck was this? MCU ones. Don't count the X-Men one. X-Men ones that's a whole different conversation. MCU ones. In your opinion, give me 3 at least.
3, I give you the second Iron Man, the second Thor, and those were mainly just the main 2 that I was just like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna lie. I like a lot of the everything else.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say Iron Man 3, Age of Ultron, and the second Thor.
So for me, it's Iron Man 2, the second Thor. A lot of people are going to be really pissed off when I say this. Miss Marvel.
That's my third. I'll put that as 3.
For me personally, they rushed that movie to put something out so they can get ready for the Avenger movies. That's just my opinion. It felt like a rushed movie. But because we are starving for women leads, it did so well. And that's just, and it's not, and I'm not against a women lead. Just that when you're feeding for something, you're just gonna take whatever it is and not really critique it.
Right.
And that's what
you know, a lot of the issues that came from the movie was also what was going on behind the scenes, because that movie got delayed a lot of times.
Why?
Because she kept, so first was the pay, you know, she was like, yo, let's be honest, she's a top billing actress. This is not some newcomer. Brie Larson didn't just start acting yesterday. She's been in Oscar nominated movies. She's been in the game for a while. So she has the right to command a high paycheck. And they try to fuck her with the low numbers, and they try to do her dirty with the low numbers. So eventually she was like, yo, y'all can recast Captain Marvel. All I fucking care. I got like 3 other movies sitting in the pipeline that I could sign on to. But because they really wanted Brie Larson, you know, they played hard. She played hardball, and even then she still got fucked pay-wise. And then came the issues during filming. Crazy fans started showing up on the film set, threatening her, sending her death threats, rape threats. Like, she was like, yo, I don't feel safe filming this movie. And then nobody spoke up for her except for Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle was the only one out here defending her.
That's my cousin.
Yeah.
He was the only one defending her. Even when fans were trashing her before the movie dropped, trashing her online because she was like, yo, I don't fuck with the Avengers cast because I'm here to do a job. I'm not here to be buddy with people. I just want to, you know, do my job, cash my check, and go home. And I can't be wrong at that, because it's like, I get it. Like, we get so like entertained by these people's lives that we want to think that they're all friends, but it's like, yo, there's nothing wrong with them not all getting along. You know what I mean? Like, it's whatever. But it was a lot of that stuff that caused the delays, caused the rush in reshoots. And then I don't know if you guys remember when they were filming, that's the same time when they had that writer's strike. So that it was just like a bunch of outside forces.
But you felt it watching the movie to me. Like,
and see, that's the thing. Yeah. Why this movie was bad. But the only difference was you could visibly see that movie was bad. You know what I'm saying? This Spider-Man movie, this is my second, third time watching it. I can't. this I see the production issues, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's why, like, especially like there's this weird bloom over Tobey Maguire all the time because he did most of his shots in green screen. But you know, like I feel like Andrew Garfield definitely made that up by putting in that extra mile. He did the
Yep.
MVP. He Tobey Maguire was the, you know, you when you had that celebrity tag match, Toby was the
Mm-hmm.
celebrity, and we had Andrew come in, and he was doing the legwork. He was doing all the legwork with the where
Right.
he did the scenes with the where he did a stunt on the ceiling. He did all of that. He was touching everybody, and it was good. You know what I'm saying? So as much as like because I can acknowledge all the stuff you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like all the production issues and stuff like that. It felt like it somehow they took all of that. They took everything that should have made this movie a zero, a 2 out of 5, a 1 out of 5, and they took that and they took shit and made chicken salad, chicken shit and made
Mm-hmm.
chicken salad. You know what I'm saying? And amazing at that. So I
What
gotta
did you
give
think
it
of
up
the
for this.
villains? Did you guys think of the villains in the movie?
Way too many villains in a movie.
I thought they were good because they gave them such a good purpose. Because first of all, a lot of it runs on nostalgia, which again,
Mm-hmm.
like it shouldn't work. It shouldn't work. But we've had 7 movies prior to this to build up to
Right.
this. So what made it work for me was that, you know, because it was like a lot of parts, and it goes to what I was saying before, just that pacing where it was just like, okay, you fight Doc Ock, 2 seconds later, okay, he locked up now. You're fighting we didn't even get a fight with the lizard really. Doctor
Mm-hmm.
Strange was like, I'm smoking that lizard pack already. You need to worry about these other dudes. You need to worry about these other dudes. You know, that was part of the problem. But their interaction with each other, like when Jamie Foxx saw the lizard, and then when Alfred Molina, and when the goat Willem Dafoe came on the screen, that's
Yeah,
when he done shut everything down,
I think
and it was so good.
he saved the villains for me.
It did. He
He
was
Yeah.
the heart
he
of
was
it.
the one that saved it. It felt like a tornado 5-on-5 Survivor Series match, and the shit was everywhere for me. And my ADHD started kicking in a couple times. I was like, okay. But Green Goblin just brought it all together. It was like, all right, cool. Let's bring it in. Let's bring it in. Y'all go back to your corners. I'm gonna finish it up for right now. And you mentioned him, his acting throughout that movie. You're like, for a split second, even though you know he was gonna do some shady shit, you just like, yo, he might be a good nigga right here. He might be trying to help for the cause. Because I
Nah.
was like, okay.
I saw that shit the moment they introduced his character. I'm like, I know this motherfucker is lying because white men are evil in general. So I knew that motherfucker was up to no good. So when they finally showed his true colors, when he had that little Spidey stroke, you know, that Spidey sense kicked in.
That was so. Can we talk about that whole scene? Because that whole scene was
that
so
was shot
great.
beautifully because
That was
we
so great.
always hear about the Spidey sense, but we don't really see how it affects him physically.
Yeah.
Right.
So like getting that, like it felt disorienting and it made sense because
Exactly.
you know when spiders bite you, you do get disoriented. You do get like, yo, what the fuck? Like your vision fucks up. So that was a really cool play at that. It was really dope to see. But I thought they had too many villains. I would have been okay without Sandman and the lizard fuck.
Yes. I agree 100% with at least the Sandman. I like the lizard. I like the lizard in certain parts, but again, he tacked on. They definitely could have did without Sandman.
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer another villain if they could have had found some, like, you know, whatever. Homeboy from the first one with that was the dad. He had the wings. What's his name?
The Vulture.
Vulture. Yeah, I thought he was gonna come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's in jail, bro.
Huh?
He's in jail.
Yeah, but I thought they were gonna figure out a way to get him out or something like that because he knows that he's Spider-Man.
You know, some like that, because it was a whole time I was waiting for the Sinister Six. I was like, okay, we got the Sinister Five, and that's good enough.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's straight.
I just thought he was gonna kind of come back, but then I realized, oh no, he's not. He's in jail. But then I thought they were gonna figure a way to get him out, or just gonna break him
Right.
out. You know,
Plus, we might
make
see
no
more
sense.
of him in Morbius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Morbius looks wild. I actually want to see it. Loki, I want to like really like go check it out.
That was wild. That trailer looked crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, the trailer looks good, but I don't want to support Jared Leto, so I'm kind of like iffy on the movie.
What did Jared do?
Listen, the dude got a couple allegations on him, and I don't support sexual predators. All right,
Oof.
so
I get you. Let me go look this up later on about Jared Leto. That's
but the villains in this movie, I thought they did well because they work to further Tom Holland's story. At the end of the day, I thought it was crazy how much they did in this movie, but yet how much it all was able to serve Tom Holland's Spider-Man moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all of this, it was the other Spider-Man, they were there to help him move forward, help him make sense of Aunt May's death. Even the villains, they were there to teach him that lesson that, you know, because again, what we were talking about, this Spider-Man is a kid. He ain't really been up against these crazy niggas like Willem Dafoe and Green Goblin that's gonna sit there and trick him and stuff like that. He needed that moment. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so he went wild after Green Goblin done messed him up. Can we talk about that spider sense scene? Yo, because
first of all,
that shit was so nice. He comes through and then he webs him up. I'm like, yes, thank you. That you not stupid, Peter. You not stupid. You got the ops. But then he still let him motherfucking power bomb him 3 levels down.
Bro, he got a fucking Batista bomb.
The spine buster. Oh my god,
like,
yo!
Have you been watching WWE for these matches? Because this shit is
Willem. That's what I was about to say. Willem was watching them motherfucking matches. He was reading them PWI issues. He was studying, because he caught Tom and hit him with the meme like the armed Anderson joints. Bow! Put that nigga down 3 levels.
I was like, oh, 5-star match in this bitch.
My God!
Even at the end, yo, my man Tom got him back. He hit him with the whole Spidey Nadian destroyer and everything.
Yes,
yo, okay.
yes.
With the webs. Oh my god.
Yo, who choreographed this shit?
Give them a medal.
Like, who the fuck choreographed this fucking match? Like, it was just like, yo, it's the story.
Yeah, the fight choreography in this Spider-Man, I will say, blows the past Spider-Man movies out the water. One thing I also did like about the movie is because of, like, you know, where Toby and Andrew are, you saw like sort of like this age progression of Spider-Man. Like, you saw, like, Tobey Maguire represented the older Spider-Man who he's been through it all. He saw it all, and he's finally come to peace with himself and come to peace with the things he's done. Andrew Garfield represented the Spider-Man in therapy. You know, he's doing his spiritual healing. He's gone through a spiritual journey. He's confronting his trauma, and he's really just like, yo, man, I had a fucked up childhood. I need to talk to somebody. Because I liked Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I did not like him as Peter Parker, because I felt like he was way too edgy, way too fucking dark. Like, oh, I hate myself. Like, I'm like, yo, chill on that, B. Like, there's no fucking way, bro. Relax. Like, so just seeing the different stages of Spider-Man, it was sort of really cool to see. And obviously with Tom Holland, we'll see a certain maturity, which, by the way, they definitely did age him up in that ending scene when he's looking out the window. I don't know if y'all noticed, his face looked a little, CGI'd older.
Now I'm
to
telling
kind
you,
of
it's that
signify.
makeup. They always be making him up looking like, because you don't be seeing, but looking at him in that Uncharted movie, yo,
Right.
he older than he look. He older than he
Yeah, he
look.
was looking a little grizzled, which I get it. They're trying to signify his, him going
Hmm.
into the new phase of his life. I mean, overall, it's a great movie. I think that this is definitely a movie that people should go out to watch. Christmas, the holidays are coming up, so if you got a couple kids, take them to see it. You got
Nah.
a nerd couple, take them to see. Go see the movie. Go see the movie. Enjoy the movie. Don't be a fucking nerd, like a fucking sexless nerd. Don't go out there like, yeah, guys, here with my Spider-Man mask. Yeah, don't do that.
I ain't gonna hold you though. I'm that nerd.
Don't
Yeah.
do
I would
that. Don't
I
show
would
up in
have
the
dressed
fucking
up,
costume.
huh?
Don't do that.
I would have
And if
dressed.
you're
Oh,
gonna do it, fucking bathe before you put the fucking costume on.
Well, bathing is
that's what I'm
part of
saying.
life.
That's what I'm saying. It's skin tight, so the stink seeps out more. So you gotta be
Exactly. Like you
careful.
got fucking polyester and rayon rubbing up on your raw balls. Like you can't be out here smelling like that.
When where I went, it didn't smell. I'll be honest with you guys. It was adults. They smelled perfectly fine. Um, no, people did pop in the movie theater for certain
Mm-hmm.
parts,
That's what
but
I'm saying.
I'm the wrong nigga to go to the movies with because I'm a talking nigga to do the movies. Oh shit, that's what happened.
Oh nah.
That ass. That was me.
I'm
That
that
was
guy.
me.
I'm that guy. So, but for the most part, there was a lot of pops throughout it. People popped early because Daredevil was in the beginning.
I was
Yeah.
just about to say,
Yo,
my
by the
nigga
way, that
Matt.
was a cheap fucking thing that they did. That was cheap. That was fucking
What?
dirty. That was low. First of all, I wanted to see a courtroom scene with
Oh
Matt
my.
Murdock, that's what I said earlier about the beginning and the second part didn't match. I felt like there was so many missed opportunities. Bro, I wanted to have Law and Order Spidey VU. I wanted to see Matt Murdock out
That
here
was 30 whole
on
minutes.
the
Dun dun
on the
dun.
lawyer tip. I wanted to see the whole thing fucking go down. I wanted to see Spider-Man, Foreman, what do you say? On the 4 counts of world destruction, how do you find them? We find Spider-Man guilty. Like I kind of wanted to see a little something.
But like we said, like you mentioned and Emilio mentioned, it was a little rushed type of thing because we didn't get a full understanding, like because they were like, oh, the charges are dropped. What?
Mm-hmm.
What? What?
The right? You know what
What?
I'm
That's
saying?
that white
Like,
privilege.
he,
That's that white privilege, bro. If it was
they
Miles
thought that he killed
Morales,
the
this
dude.
would be a whole different movie. This would be when they see us type shit. Mm-mm-mm.
That's the thing. Oh my god! But
Because
there
it
was
was a
so
little
many.
like, yo, oh, they just dropped the charges, like nigga, people died.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? There was a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? This is damn near genocide.
He was
Venom.
like, "Oh, oopsies, guys. Sorry."
The end scenes. Venom.
That was
Thoughts.
that was hilarious. I thought, especially because we saw it at the end of the Venom movie, and I thought
Mm-hmm.
that they were gonna put him in this movie, and I was like, that's what I was gonna be like. That's too much. They're not gonna have all
Mm-hmm.
these people in there, and that's gonna be too much. I love the fact that they made it a joke. They didn't even have that
Mm-hmm.
nigga in there. Kevin Feige said, "Nope, you keep that Sony shit over there." You keep that shit away from us.
I
You
mean, you
know what I'm
never know
saying?
because a little bit of Venom got left behind, so we might
I,
see. We might not see Tom Hardy as Venom. We
hmm
might see Venom the character recasted for that particular universe.
It was
Yes.
smart. It was very smart how they did that because they could go either way. They could have it now where they bring Tom Hardy back. They could have it where they bring him back, but they make him a variant, so they don't have to
Mm-hmm.
deal with any of that Sony shit, but they bring Tom Hardy back anyway. Kind of like how
Oh,
they
true,
just
true.
brought Daredevil back. They
Mm-hmm.
don't necessarily gonna do all of the same stuff that they did in the Netflix thing, but he's back, and they're probably gonna bring all the other Netflix actors back. Just like Kingpin actors back,
Yeah,
but it's
Vincent
probably not
D'Onofrio.
going to be
Yep.
any of the backstory that it was before. It's probably going to be all new backstory because they're like, this is a whole different universe. And so that's pretty smart how they did that. So I really like how they tied in everything. They really used the MCU smartly in this movie, where there was like everything. When you really look at everything, even the dude that was interrogating Ned and Zendaya and stuff like that, that was damage control. That's something that's was supposed to be a whole series in it's in the comics, but it's supposed to be a whole series before the Disney Plus stuff even happened.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that dude that was interrogating him was actually cast in that, so that was actually a pretty cool nod. So and with the Avengers stuff, and then they smartly just take it all away, because that's the most Spider-Man thing that you could do. You give him everything and then make him just give it all away. And now the nigga's a nobody, and that nigga's banging down the joint. Where's the rent? That was the cameo that I was waiting for. Mr. Dovacheks with the rents. Where's my rents? That was the cameo I was waiting for.
So random. I'm gonna go back to worst Marvel movies that I personally feel. I'm gonna take Miss Marvel and put Eternals in that place. Sorry, but not sorry. Eternals was paced horrible. That was a horribly paced movie. Like, granted, Miss Marvel was rushed, but it was paced a whole lot better than Eternals. Because Eternals, I had to watch it twice just to figure things out, because it was badly paced. Did you see Eternals, Jizzy?
Yeah, that shit was flames.
I ain't like this nigga said this shit was flames and then give a shit about Spider-Man. What the fuck?
So what is we talking about?
What the fuck?
Everything is backwards. Oh my god, Doctor Strange.
I mean, okay, Eternals wasn't perfect, but I do give it a 4 out of 5 too. So
4 out of 5.
It wasn't perfect. I don't think there's. I don't want to say that a movie is perfect. There hasn't been a perfect Marvel movie yet. If my personal one, if I had to say a near perfect, like a 5 out of 5, would be Winter Soldier.
Yeah, everybody says.
Yeah, that shit was
like story. We fucking improved the shit out of the Captain America story. They got a little bit of more budget because the movie didn't look like it got recorded in the Bronx on a fucking flip phone. Homeboy came through with the hands with the knife work. Winter Soldier's Puerto Rican, but that's another podcast. That's another thing. All right.
I forgot y'all both Latino. Is it y'all go by Latino, Hispanic? What y'all go by? Latinx? What y'all go by nowadays?
Whatever. He's definitely one of them, like the light skinned Puerto Ricans that got a little bit of Irish in them, a little bit of Italian in them. That's him. And like it was the stakes. Like the stakes meant something in that movie. So if I had to make it a near perfect, I would say Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Okay. That shit. Not can't deny that one. You can't argue that one. I can't argue that one. So Doctor Strange trailer thoughts before we
Doctor Strange in this movie just even was so everything about him in this movie was getting me, just popping me, everything. My man said Wong being Sorcerer Supreme off the technicality, you know what I'm saying? The right decision. Oh my god, that was fucking hilarious. My man's doing all the getting beat by Spider-Man, getting beat because he don't know no math. That was one of my favorite parts. You know what I'm saying? Stay in school, kids, because math wins everything. You know what I'm saying?
This motherfucker was beating his ass in the Inception world and shit. I'm like, yo, wait, hold up.
Right,
is that Leonardo DiCaprio in the background?
he with the Inception world. My man did a quick calculation on the T8. Got him webbed up over the damn Grand Canyon. 12 hours. But that trailer, oh my god. See, I was always telling you. See, and I think this movie is finally gonna validate everything that I've been saying. Stephen Strange, Doctor Strange, everybody loves him. That nigga is a fuck boy. That nigga is a fuck boy. And everything he does fucks
Yep.
everything. That's why Wong don't want we all know, okay? We all know. We all have that one fuck boyfriend that we all see him do shit, right? I'm about to do I'm about to go on the corner, fuck this nigga. No. You just like, hey, I'll catch you later, bruh. Leave me out of this. But let's say that is Wong. And if you don't have none of that friends, you the Doctor Strange. And all your friends is Wong, like, hey, I'll catch you later, bruh. You can't find nobody do no moves with you. You the Doctor Strange. And that's
Right.
what this movie is gonna prove me right, because that's what all it is. It was 2 minutes of a bunch of shit happening to this man just being like, you fucked up. Because nigga, why did you sit there and grant a wish to a 16, 17-year-old boy because he wanted to go to fucking MIT with his fucking friends
Mm-hmm.
and change the whole motherfucking world, even after your man's told you not to do it?
That nigga don't listen. That nigga, cause did you guys watch What If?
Yes, and that's
I
all I was
haven't
gonna
see
say
it, but
too.
I wanted to
Good.
say as well during the Doctor Strange trailer, the fact that this man acknowledged Westfield, like he acknowledged that this bitch was having a fucking weekend at Bernie's head ass. She's having a whole little fucking fuck
A
up in
whole
this bubble,
town.
and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not here about that." Like, wait, hold on. You knew this shit was
I
going
don't care.
down.
Right?
You just chilling in their fucking townhouse in the city. All right. Like,
He
it's
said
like
that.
if
It's a
I go
little
to Sir
wild,
Wilkins, right? And I'm
huh?
like, yo, you been out here, you wilding, yo, you just gunned down like 12 people. I'm not here about that, though. I'm here because I need your help.
Cause it is a little wild though. Cause is he the only one that knew about it, or is there more people that knew about that whole thing?
I
Anyone
mean, there
that,
had to be a lot of people because they had that
like,
whole
anyone
government
that deals
agency
No,
on
I'm
with,
them.
talking about hero wise.
Oh,
I'm thinking anyone that deals with time and
or magic.
space and magic probably knew about. Like, they had the Magic the Gathering, and they're like, "Yo, this bitch wanted to wallin' the fuck out, son." And they're like, "Yeah, you're right. Yo, someone should go check on her though." And then nobody volunteered. Everyone was like, "Oh,
Nobody. And the fact that he said that, like you said, like when he was just like, yeah, so I'm gonna need your help. Oh, you were wilding over there, but you good on that part. I just need you to
right."
help me with this,
Dead
please.
ass. That's like when you step to the homie that you know beat everybody ass, and then he over here like, oh, I'm pussy. I was like, I ain't even hear about that, bro. I just need your help.
Nah, but
I didn't even say nothing.
I'm excited about that movie. When does that come out?
That is, I think,
That's
7 months from now, so it's like it's gonna be
yeah.
in the
Oh,
summertime.
okay.
I hope that it's good, because I will say one thing: Marvel does not know how to do origin movies. Like, normally except for the exception of Iron Man, because Iron Man is the best origin movie that they have in the MCU. The origin, like Doctor Strange origin movie, was fucking weak as hell. And if
What?
anything, I've seen Doctor Strange become better as a side character as he appears in other projects.
I like Doctor Strange.
So
I didn't love it,
Yeah.
but I liked it.
no, I mean, I didn't love it. I liked it. I didn't love it. It wasn't like, it was like, okay. All right.
Okay, let me ask you: was it because of your comic book knowledge you didn't like it, or you didn't like it as a movie?
So him as Hugo Strange, or sorry, Stephen Strange, whatever. Like the whole, he's cocky, he's feeling like he does it well. I will admit he does the Doctor well. But him as Strange, like the magician, I don't know yet. Like maybe the second movie will convince me. But so far, like from the first movie, he was kind of like a little bit weak.
So let me ask you guys both this question then, because we all mentioned a couple of things, like somebody plays well as the superhero but doesn't play well as their secret identity. So which person you think played well as a superhero and well as their secret identity within the Marvel universe so far?
Definitely Tom Holland. Tom Holland gets everything. He is the Spider-Man. He
Mm-hmm.
gets it all as Peter Parker and Spider-Man. I gotta give that.
I would have to say Captain America. He definitely he was Steve Rogers, like through and through. That, like, good old American boy that who believes in like morality, who believes in the right thing. The signal of hope. Like, I will say, Chris Evans played the shit out of Captain America. Fucking phenomenal job, and it was actually very convincing as both Steve Rogers and Captain America. And I'm going to also say Iron Man. I mean, obviously, Robert Downey Jr., no one could touch that role.
Yeah. Terrence Howard did the right thing and bring his mans on board.
Come on, Iron Man.
Come on, Iron Man.
Come on, man.
Come on, Spider-Man. Why you like to open up the multiverse?
That was horrible too. Remember that shit? He said, "Next time, man." 20 years later.
Yo, Don Cheadle really took his job. B. Like, I appreciate John Teams. Just like, I'm here. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get these checks because I feel like Marvel is an unlimited check.
Unlimited.
Yeah,
for decades.
Which Letitia Wright is fumbling hard.
Oh yeah.
From Black Panther.
Yeah, she's fumbling that shit.
Is she really not gonna? Is she really like out?
Nah, I heard all that's rumors.
Not yet. She say that she wants to leave the project. I'm gonna just say this right now. They obviously no one foresaw Chadwick, passing so young. I think that, and I get it, money and contracts and all this and that. I get that, but something like they should have just been like, you know what, we're not gonna even continue this movie. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Because they had issues with her even before they announced Black Panther 2. So
really,
yeah, like they had issues with how she be acting on set, and how she be tweeting wild shit sometimes, and it's like,
let me get this Marvel check, B. Marvel check. I know a dude that played. Remember in the beginning of Black Panther, those guards that were getting beat up in the jungle part?
Yeah.
He was one of the guys in there. He was like, that check was nice. That check was beautiful.
He said, all I had to do was take that foot in the face. And I got paid.
So if she's messing up, she's really fumbling the bag, because the residual income on the back, because they play Marvel movies every fucking week on either TBS or TNT.
Yep.
Movies get played ridiculously. But I'm super excited about Doctor Strange. Any other Marvel movies you're excited about that are coming out that you like, hey, I really want to see?
Definitely a lot of these shows, movies,
but I'm looking forward to Loki season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Are they getting another season?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I know that we're supposed to get, I don't know if this is a spoiler, so you know what? I'm not gonna say anything else.
No, say it, nigga.
No, because I don't want to spoil it, because I don't want people to be like, oh shit, I didn't know so and so was gonna be in that movie.
Who cares? It was put spoilers on the thing. Say it. Emilio, close it. Cover your ears if you don't want to hear it.
I forgot. Wow. Okay. I forgot the name of the. It's like a working title, but I know that we're gonna be seeing, Jonathan Majors again as Conqueror King. So
as who? As
King the Conqueror.
Oh, yep. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be in the next Ant-Man movie, the one that they named after WrestleMania, Quantumania.
Quantum, whatever.
Yeah, I did see the title for that one.
Yes, they should just, how they had that joint where they had WrestleMania on the title belt. They should just have an Ant-Man, and they had the title belt Quantumania.
Or like in the end scene from a movie before, somebody's pointing at a sign up in the air and it says quantum media in the air, some shit. Like, yo, that's the next movie you gotta go see.
See, right there. I'm on the jobber tier.
Nah, but they have some good shit. But I was saying the other day, I was like, yo, Marvel really has us by like the chokehold, B. Like, we're gonna be watching shit until we're 40 something years old. Like,
I'm
they
telling you.
really said, okay, we're gonna lay this all out. It's for the next 10 years. So we're gonna be 40 with kids coming in the movie theater, like, still Ant-Man 25. Okay.
No bull.
I mean, you know what? Hopefully, just kind of harken back to a comment you made earlier. Hopefully, they explore other stories and not redo the same ones, because we have so many like different, like America Chavez. Like, I don't know if you guys saw her in the
trailer. Yep, I popped.
Yeah, like in the Doctor Strange trailer, with the jacket. Like, I would like to see her, and I would like to see Miles Morales, like the new people. Also, we're gonna get a new Falcon, Isaiah Bradley's grandson. So
also, we have a new Iron Man.
Yeah,
we have
Williams.
Williams.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they open the door to these stories where now we start to see the melanin. Now we start to see the difference. But not only that, but now we start to see a different story, because at the end of the day, like, as much as I love the classics and I appreciate them, there's just, you can't convince me that in this fucking infinite universes, every superhero is white. Like, there's just no fucking way that we got a million infinity plus universes and every motherfucker who saves the world is white. So I would love to finally see, hey guys, we about to bring in all the POC, we about to bring all the queer folk, we about to bring in all the motherfuckers in this bitch. Like, we got a fucking disabled badass chick, Echo, fucking motherfuckers up with no hearing and a prosthetic leg. Like, come on.
I used to mess with a chick with a prosthetic leg. Good times. Random. So
we're gonna go ahead and close out the show.
I just said when I saw Echo, I was like, "Yo, this is fire," and she's sexy, and I was like, "This
bring back all the
This
memories."
is her first ever acting role.
Is she really deaf?
Fire.
Wait, what happened?
I think she is.
Is she really the actor? Is she really deaf?
She is, yeah. The actress is actually deaf. She's actually disabled, and this is her first ever acting role.
Nah, she bodying it though, and she's hot.
Exactly, especially for her first time.
Yeah, and she was scrapping with them niggas and that. Damn, son, she was fucking niggas up. She was so hot. I was like, I was watching. I think I touched my left nipple. I was like, this is fire. This shit's sexy. It reminds me of my ex.
Oh no!
Let me shut the fuck up, because I got certain women watching this and they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is what you think, nigga?" And me get punched in the face.
Anyway. They gonna Seahawk you out here.
I know we're talking about Marvel, but what are your thoughts on the DCU universe right now? Their TV shows be fire.
Their TV shows be fire, and they just do not know how to do that for their movies.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have anything coming up? I know we talked about Black Adam. Disney shitted on the whole thing. It was like, this nigga The Rock just want to take shit and make it about himself. But, what are your thoughts on the Black Adam movie? I know we're going off subject right now. I love.
Oh my god!
You know what?
I think that shit's gonna be hilarious.
Like, he bought his way into the DCU. Okay.
Listen, he might. He might have. He might have. But I love the nigga, so I'm biased.
He walked in there. He said, "I'm The Rock. All right, now give me a movie." I'm dead ass. Like that joint is gonna be Black Superman. The Rock. That is what The Rock envisions Superman to be. That's what that movie gonna be. I don't know how Black Adam's gonna be in that movie, but I definitely know that's gonna be Black Superman Rock. Black Superman Dwayne.
He's definitely doing a rock bottom in that movie.
Oh, multiple times. multiple times. I'm gonna. He's going to say Shazam as he comes down.
I'm just gonna say right now that Sir Wilkins, when this actually matter of fact, when that movie come out, we should all go see it together.
Oh, dead ass. That and
Just
the
so I can shit on the
Shazam
movie
movie.
as I'm sitting in the theater.
That and
Matter
the
of fact, I'm
Shazam
gonna have
movie.
my phone rigged up. I'm gonna be like, yo guys, welcome back. A Jobbeteer. This is the live broadcast. I'm literally watching the movie as we speak, and this is hot garbage in a landfill on fire. Bro,
I don't
The Rock,
care. I'm still gonna
and
defend it.
hold on. You think The Rock is gonna have an accent?
Right? Oh my god. I can't wait to hear that.
Black Adam does have an accent, right?
Right?
He does. It's supposed to be like kind of Mediterranean, Middle Eastern inspired.
Right.
Motherfucker, yo, if he come out here sounding like one of the poppies, the ox at the deli.
That's what I was gonna say. You're gonna be giving out chopped cheeses.
Bro,
I can't even do the accent right now.
People are watching this, they're gonna be like, yo, she's fucking it's The Rock, guys. Yeah, The Rock sucks as an actor. And he's going to be the trashiest.
Wilkins got offended.
Don't say that, my nigga. We have to cut the speed off because you disrespected my man. Way too much now.
He's just gonna be all eyebrows. That's it. He's just gonna be all eyebrows, bro.
Nah, just in the middle of that joint, all of a sudden, it's about power. It's about trust.
Oh, nah. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually raps a song for the... Matter of fact, he's gonna do the whole soundtrack for the
whole soundtrack. He gonna will with it.
So, I had told her this, and I'll tell you this in a minute, because I remember there was a teaser video, and he was just like, yeah, you know, this became my pet project. You know, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, this nigga just took over everything. His $7 is running the production company. Danny Dawson is doing something on there. Simone Johnson got like a executive producer credit. She ain't never stepped on set.
Bro.
So
yo, fuck around. He about to have fucking Rikishi in that shit. We about to see The Rock, fucking Roman in that shit.
Oh, Roman's
we're gonna have the Usos in that shit.
Roman's definitely in the movie. I don't care what nobody says. Because when I saw Roman in Hobbs and Shaw, I was like, oh, what are you doing? You putting the whole family on.
Yo, how about y'all want to hear something mad embarrassing before we jump off because our bitch is hungry? How about the only reason why I saw Hobbs and Shaw was because Roman was supposed to be in it. So I watched it on a flight coming home from like a business trip. And I was like, oh shit, they got Hobbs and Shaw. Yo, Roman, the fact that I sat through that whole movie just for Roman to do this.
Hey, stop. Like, he Samoa dropped somebody in that joint. He at least did do that.
I was like, yo, I know I'm a simp for Roman because I actually sat there and waited for him to come on screen.
But you ain't pop for the ooh ah.
Clueless as shit in the background.
You ain't pop for the ooh ah.
But it worked. It worked. And the thing is, I never get mad at The Rock because he puts his whole team on, B. Like the whole family's getting put on. Like Nia Jax was wrestled for how many years in WWE? And rumor has it, I don't know how true it is, because I love Nia, but rumor was because of the vaccination shit. I don't know how true that is. But it took people were screaming for her to get released. Never got even a whiff. She walked out of WWE, walked out and came back with a new contract. Yo, I want to be a Samoan and be so bad.
So bad, yo.
The whole family is taken care of. Like he's the real head of the table. He's the real head of the table. And he might buy WWE low key and nobody even gonna know about it.
Bro, we about
that's
to
who
be
he's gonna give
watching
it to.
Black Adam, and fuck around, they're gonna have a fucking ad for Young Rock right in the middle of the movie.
Yes, yes. It's gonna be that they're gonna have randomly. They're gonna have an Under Armour logo somewhere in the fucking.
Yeah, they're gonna have fucking Billy Batson. He about to be sitting down like, come on guys, put on a show. He's gonna be flipping through channels. You're gonna see Young Rock. You're gonna see that fitness show that he did. He's just gonna be flipping through all rock shit. He's like, whatever, guys. Let's go watch something else. Oh yeah, let me change into my favorite shirt, Under Armour with the fucking bull on it. Like, oh, all right, guys, we're ready to. Oh wait, before we do that, let's all party up, take a shot. Terramana, my favorite.
Oh wait, we need some turn up music. All Brahma.
Hold on. I'm a little tired. Let's get some Zoe energy drink.
That's gonna be so bad.
He runs the world. And I think we're gonna leave it as that. Like, I don't know how we got here. My bad. I don't think we gotta go to sleep because I gotta be up at 4:30, actually. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us for another episode of Coffee Talk with Friends. We talked about Spider-Man, The Rock, MCU, DCU. We talked about everything, but big shout out to Jizzy from the Dead Ass Girls.
It's gonna be called the RCU.
Yes.
The Rock Cinematic Universe.
And we got my boy Emilio from Blurred Central. Guys, drop off your wherever people can find you and shit.
I'm talking shit on the daily on Twitter, which is at deadassjizzy, GIZZY.
You can always catch me talking shit on Twitter, Blurred Central, just like you see it down there, BLERD Central, at Blurred Central. I'm always shit posting. Check out the YouTube channel, new content coming 2022. It's coming very soon in January. Subscribe. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nia Jackson's hot girl confirmed.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Kanisha, sorry for this, but if Nia gets an OnlyFans, a nigga subscribing fast.
Give me that card.
Out.
Where my card? Give me that.
$10 gonna be paid. All right, guys, I gotta go. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Peace.